Bismillahirrahmanirrahim wa sallallahu ala nabiyyil kareem Muhammadin wa alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. So another important issue. Important issue means where the Ayyamma rahimahumullah, they have different interpretation and different practices. And as we mentioned before, that this difference is also a difference of good and better, or better and best. That which one of these two practices is the best one. To say Aameen secretly or slowly, or to say it loudly. So there are 2 points of view. Number one, Shafi and Ahmad rahimahumullah, they are of the view that one has to say Aameen loudly where there the Imam is reciting loudly. And that is for both Imam and Muqtadi. So both of them, they will say it loudly. But the same Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayh, he has another saying as well, that to say Aameen slowly, that is the best way. As I told you again and again, that almost in 50% masail are issue. Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayh, he has two explanations. Means in deduced issues where the ijtihad is taking place. So Imam Shafi rahimahullah, mostly he has two different views. The old one is called Al-Qawlul Qadim, the old saying of Imam Shafi, or the first saying of Imam Shafi. And the other one is called Al-Qawlul Jadid, the new saying of Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayh. As I told you that Shafi rahmatullahi alayh, basically he was from Yemen. He became a certified alim and a mujtahid in Yemen. And as you know, that culture, custom and convention, it has its own place in deduction of mujtahid, in deduction of jurist. He keeps in view or takes into consideration that what time of culture, customs and conventions are going on in the area he is living therein. So that's why he take into consideration these customs and cultures. And as you know, that the situation is getting changed. Yes? So that's why sometime when the situation gets changed and the issue is ijtihadi. Issue ijtihadi mean based upon deduction, and that is not a case directly mentioned there in the text of Quran or in the text of Sunnah or the ijma of Sahaba has taken place, because wherever an issue is mentioned in the text of Quran, in the text of Hadith, or the ijma of Sahaba has taken place in this regard, these things are unchangeable. Nobody can change it. Got it? Got it or not it? Yes. And we call it Sharia. In the beginning we mentioned that Sharia is unchangeable, but fiqh is changeable. Sharia is unchangeable, but fiqh is changeable. And this is for academic purpose. Otherwise, Sharia and fiqh both, they are synonym to each other, are interchangeable. Sometimes we use the word fiqh for Sharia, Sharia for fiqh. Sharia and fiqh both for one and the same thing. But for academic purpose, we make distinctions that Sharia is that issue which is mentioned expressly there in text of Quran or in text of Hadith, or that is decided based upon ijma of Sahaba Rizwanullahi alayhim ajma'een. So we call it what? Sharia. And anything which is based upon deduction of a jurist and mujtahid, we call it fiqh. We call it fiqh. So in deduction, mostly the differences of the imams, that is the differences, as I told you, 90 to 95%, their differences are not of halal and haram, lawful and unlawful, but these differences are, especially in ibadat, these differences are the differences of good and better, or better and best. That which way is the best one? Yes, means to recite Aameen loudly, or to recite it slowly, to raise your hand to shoulders or to your ear, to put your hand here under your belly button or on your chest. So these differences are the differences of good and better, or the better and best. Got it? Not it or but it? So anyhow, Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayh, as long as he was in Yemen, so he had his own deduction regarding certain issues. But after that, he went to Mecca, then to Medina, then came to Ray and studied with Imam Muhammad rahimahullah. As I mentioned, that he studied under Imam Malik. Then he came to Imam Muhammad. He studied under Imam Muhammad. And after Imam Muhammad, he went to Egypt to study under Imam Lays ibn Sa'd, radiyallahu ta'ala an. But the day he arrived therein, Lays ibn Sa'd, he was buried at that time, the same day. So he approached his son, if I can take benefit of the books of Lays ibn Sa'd. He said, of course, you are our guest, you are a alim, it's your due right. So he stayed there in Egypt and studying the books of Lays ibn Sa'd. And as you know, the vast is the study, yes, so the vast is the approach as well. So that's why Imam Shafi, rahimahullah, the culture was different, the customs were different, his study became very vast. So that's why mostly he has in all the deduced issues his new saying. In the books of fiqh of Shafi, you will see there, وَقَالَ الشَّافِي فِي الْجَدِيدِ. Shafi said in Jadid. Shafi said. So regarding Aameen, his old saying is that in Jahri prayer, the Imam and Muqtadi both has to recite Aameen loudly. But in his new saying, he said the best way is to say Aameen slowly. That is for Muqtadi. Got it? Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik, rahimahumullah, they are of the view that to say Aameen slowly, that is better. Also, the student of Imam Malik, Ibn al-Qasim is for Imam Malik like Abu Yusuf and Muhammad for Abu Hanifa. So Ibn al-Qasim, the student of Imam Malik, he says that our Shaykh used to say that the Aameen is only for Muqtadi. There is no Aameen for Imam. Just write it. That Aameen is only for Muqtadi, as you know, because and he says that this is logical and reasonable, that one person, he is making dua and the other one is saying Aameen. So here the Imam is making dua, Ihdina Seerat al Mustaqim, Seerat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim wal dhalin. So now the Muqtadi, they will say Aameen and not the Imam. Got it? Again, this is a matter of good and better, or better and best. So to Imam Malik, the best way for Imam is not to say Aameen. Got it? Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayh, as I mentioned, and you should keep in mind that Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayh, He is not a mujtahid. He is mujtahid fil mazhab, but he is not mujtahid mutlaq. He is the follower of Imam Shafi. He is the muqallid of Imam Shafi. And that's why, yes, he is a very great scholar. He is a very great scholar. Every great scholar, in certain issues, he has his personal opinion as well. And these opinions are based upon custom and culture he is living therein. Got it? You know what I'm saying? As the mufti is doing the same. For example, a mufti in Hanafi fiqh, if he is living in Pakistan or in Afghanistan, and especially in Pashtun area, there he will give a fatwa according to mazhab of Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayh in one way. But when he migrates to America, so now the situation is totally different. Got it? And the issue is a mujtahad issue, a ijtihadi issue. So here he looks into the situation, and here he gives a fatwa other way around. Got it? And he is bound to do that. Otherwise he will be making people confused. He will be making people what? Confused. No. So anyhow, and as I mentioned, that keep in mind that a mufti, he cannot change Sharia. He cannot change. Yes, a Sahabi cannot change Sharia. So what about a mufti? And Sharia is a thing, say, which is mentioned in Quran and Sunnah. Ijma of Sahaba, not Jihad. Ijma of Sahaba. So, that is called Sharia. Sharia is unchangeable. You have to take it as is. As you are selling car, so you use the word as is. So Sharia, in the text of Quran and Sunnah, or in Ijma of Sahaba, you will take it as is. You cannot change it. Yes, ijtihad or fiqh issue, the mujtahid, he can change it according to circumstances. As I told you, that Shafi had one saying regarding the same issue when he was in Yemen, because custom and culture was different. When he went to other areas, so he changed his point of view that now the solution is like this. Got it? Not it or but it? Yes, that is issue number one. Issue number two, that is secondary. Yes, issue number two is that wherever there are differences of imams, there are differences of imam. Got it? So the issue is, even though if one imam said that is haram, so that haram is also of category 2, you should write it. The lowest category of haram. What? The lowest category of haram. So for example, look, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik and Imam Shafi, Imam Malik and Imam Ahmad, these three imams, they said if somebody, he left Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim when slaughtering an animal, and he left it purposely. He left it purposely. So they said that is uneatable. That is uneatable. And Imam Shafi has a saying, not a mazhab. He has a saying, if a Muslim, he left it purposely, so he said that is eatable. You should write it. He said that is eatable. So now if somebody, he ate the zabiha of a Muslim, where he purposely left the Bismillah. One is saying by way of mistake he left it. He missed it. He forgot it. He forgot. That is eatable according to all four schools of jurisprudence. Got it? That is eatable according to all of them. But if he left it purposely, so according to Imam Shafi, that is eatable. So if somebody will eat it, don't make him a kafir. Yes. Just go ahead and say, yes, that's okay. Next time you should take care. Got it? Got it, not it or but it? Yes. Or you are invited, not by brother sire. Yes, by somebody else. Yes. Got it? And he is a Shafi, and he has cooked a chicken. And you know that he is a religious guy. He is a religious guy. So don't make argument, where from you got it. how you did it, who started it, do you know he said so? What is this? Got it? Yes. Don't aggravate the situation. Yes, if you have any doubt, Rasulullah says, Da' ma yuribuka ila ma la yuribuka. Yes, you can make an excuse that today I am not feeling good, so that's why I will take only a salad and I will take a cup of Sprite. Got it or not it? Yes. And if you are hungry, just eat it and do it. Got it or not it? Yes, because Shafi, so whenever there is the difference, you should write it, because this is very must. Means that general issue, that wherever there are differences of imams regarding an issue, and the differences is regarding halal and haram, that one of them says that is halal, another one says that is haram. So now the hurma is not the hurma or prohibition of category 1, that is in its lowest category. That is in its lowest category. And wherever there is the ikhtilaf or the differences of good and better or better and best, so don't steer at the person who did something other way around. Somebody who is standing beside you, he is from African country or from Egypt even. Yes? And he is standing and hanging his hand and he is praying. Don't steer at him. I don't know where from he is. Why is doing that? Oh brother, he is from Africa. He is Maliki. He has to do that. Yes? Or somebody, he has got it. Got it or not it? Or somebody, you saw him, that he is making masa on his socks. Yes, regular socks. Yes? So don't look at him. Oh brother, this is masa of Imam Shafi, rahmatullah alayh. He says whatever is covering your feet, you just do that and bismillah. Allah Akbar. Got it? Extremism is not liked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, halak al-mutanatti'un. Halak al-mutanatti'un. Yes, we do not do that. Yes? Because we follow Imam Abu Hanifa, rahmatullah. So regarding socks, we have some restrictions. Regarding socks, we have some. Not only we, even Imam Malik has more than us. He says that there is no any permission for any type of masa or socks not made of leather. He says that any other material, masa is not allowed. Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah says, no, masa is allowed. Socks of any material having 3 conditions or 3 qualities. Number 1, that is thick enough. And number 2, when you touch it with a wet finger, so it does not suck the water to such an extent that the wet touched your foot. The wet touched your foot. And number 3, that you can walk not barefooted with only socks. No, in shoes even. In socks and then shoes. You can walk for 3 miles and it does not come down of your ankles. Got it? So now, just go ahead and do masa. There is no ikhtilaf in that way. Got it? Not it or bought it? Yes, so don't make these issues the issues of kufr and Islam. Got it? Yes or not? Otherwise, you will not be able to pray any prayer in Haramain al-Sharifain. Yes. Then you will be making your own jama'ah. You will be missing everything. Yes? Because mostly the Aimma there are Hanabila. They are what? They are Hana, and they are doing the same thing. Yes. They got perished. So, Imam Ahmad, rahimahullah, he says, so I was referring to Imam Bukhari, rahmatullahi alayh, that Imam Bukhari, he is the follower of Imam Shafi, rahmatullahi, and look at me, this is human nature. If I am the follower of Abu Hanifa, I will be stick to what Abu Hanifa said. Yes, this is nature. Otherwise, what do you mean by taqlid? If you are not strict to, so then you are mujtahid. Then you are not muqallid. Then you are what? Yeah, a muqallid has to be strict to what his imam said. Got it, not it about it? Maybe he knows where from he said it or not. Yes, if he is looking for. Yeah, academic purpose is something else. We are looking for that where from Imam, our Imam said. Where from Imam Shafi said. This is for academic purpose. But as far as our practice as Muqallid is concerned, we look into the book of Fiqh Hanafi, we said, oh, this is the practice. Just go ahead. That's what Imam said. That what? And we don't know. Yes, I don't need it even. That where from my Imam said. Taqleed mean that I have a strong belief in Abu Hanifa that he does not say anything from his own. Yes? And a Shafi'i mean a follower of Shafi'i. He must have a strong belief in Shafi'i that he does not say anything from his own. Got it? Not it or what it? Yes or not? Professor, you are okay? So where is your turban? That's why I ask you that you are okay or not. Okay. So anyhow, Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayh, he is Shafi, yes, and he is not a little bit, very strict Shafi, very strict Shafi. So mostly regarding every issue, he is bringing those hadiths which are the base of that issue according to Imam Shafi. The base of those issues according to Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi. And regarding certain issues, he has written different books, like Juz Raf'ul Yadain. Raf'ul Yadain is very important issue, yes, with ruku, raising your hand. So he wrote a special book, not the same Sahih al-Bukhari. No, Juz Raf'ul Yadain. Got it or not it? So anyhow, Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi, he is very strict in this regard. Yes, sometime he goes on a side from his own Imam. Sometime, very rarely. Because he is a great scholar. And a great scholar, he has deduction as well. He has deduction as well. On the other hand, Imam Tirmidhi is also Shafi'i. Imam Tirmidhi? He is also Shafi'i. And he also brings the hadith which are the base of the mazhab of his own Imam regarding certain issues. But at the same time, in the end of the Bab and chapter, he said, وَفِي الْبَابِ عَنْ أَبِي هُرَيْرَةَ وَإِبْنِ مَسْعُودٍ وَمُعَاوِيَةَ بْنِ أَبِي سُفْيَانَ وَبِهِ قَالَ غَيْرُ وَاحِدٍ مِنَ الصَّحَابَةِ وَأَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ وَمِنْهُمْ أَهْلُ الْكُوفَةِ. Yes, he gives us, yes, a clue at least that yes, in the same chapter, regarding same issue, there are the hadiths narrated by Abu Huraira, by Abdullah ibn Masud, by Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan. He does not mention that what they said or what type of hadith, but he gives us a clue that that is your duty, just go and find out. Yes, yes, got it? They just go and find out that what is the hadith of Abu Huraira, what is the hadith of Abdullah ibn Masud. Yes, he gives us a clue. وَبِهِ قَالَ غَيْرُ وَاحِدٍ مِنَ الصَّحَابَةِ وَالتَّابِعِينَ. So many Sahaba and Tabi'een, they have taken into consideration those riwayat and practice accordingly. And then he said, وَبِهِ قَالَ أَهْلُ الْكُوفَةِ. The people of Kufa, they do follow the practice of those hadiths. And by people of Kufa, he mentioned who? Hanafiya, rahimahumullah. So some people say that Imam Tirmidhi, still, he is a little bit strict. He does not mention the name of Abu Hanifa, rahmatullahi alayhi. No, this is not the case. This is not the case. Yes, in Kufa there was not only Abu Hanifa. There were mujtahideen. Yes, like Abu Hanifa, like Sufyan Sawri, Sufyan ibn Uyayna, Qazi ibn Abi Layla, Ibrahim al-Nakha'i, Waqid al-Jarrah. So when all of them, they are on one side, so Imam Tirmidhi, how many names he will be mentioning? Yes, so briefly he said the people of Grenada help do that. Because in Grenada there is Sheikh Qazi, there is Sheikh Abbas, there is Sheikh Zishan, there is Sheikh Tabassum, there is Sheikh Sayer. So that will be a big list to mention the name. So the best way to get rid of that hustle and bustle, just say وَبِهِ قَالَ people of Grenada Hills. Got it? So all of them, they are meant there. وَبِهِ قَالَ غَيْرُ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ وَمِنْهُمْ أَهْلُ الْكُوفَةِ. Got it? So think about these scholars also in a good way. Also in a good way, because thinking of ulama in a bad way, you are putting your iman on stake. And especially the aslaf, our Sheikh Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madani, rahmatullahi alayh, he said backbiting is actually eating of flesh. Backbiting is what? Eating of flesh of dead. Eating of flesh of dead. And he said that flesh are of two types. Number one, which is fresh. Which is what? Fresh. And number two, which is rotten. Number two, which is rotten. Or in other words, one is fresh and the other one is poisonous. The other one is poisonous. And that poison is not also a very swift poison. That's a slow poison. That's what? A slow poison. So Imam Madani Rahmatullah Alayhi used to say, backbiting of the scholars of Quran and Sunnah, that's eating of a flesh which has a poison. It will not kill you today or tomorrow, but the slow poisoning will take place and you will face the consequences. Got it? Not it or but it. Got it? Not it or but it. Yes, and you especially, not you, means the Jama'ah people. They should have a book of Shaykh, rahimahullah. If you don't have it, and Dr. Saab does not have it, the book is named Al-I'tidal fi Maratib al-Rijal. Al-I'tidal fi Maratib al-Rijal. Urdu name is Rah-e Siyasat. Ya Siyasat mein I'tidal ki Rah. Siyasat mein? Kya? I'tidal ki Rah. The balanced way in politics. The balanced way in politics. Because as you know that our two mashayikh, both of them were the mashayikh of my teachers. Maulana Ashraf Ali Tanvi or Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madani, rahmatullahi alayh. Both of them, they were against the British occupation. Yes? Where? In subcontinent. But Maulana Madani, rahmatullahi alayh, he was not in favor of Pakistan. He was not in favor of partition. He was not in favor of partition. And Maulana Tanvi, he was in favor of partition. Yes? So that was their political difference. That Imam Madani, rahmatullahi alayh, the united India, that was good for Muslim and Islam. But according to Imam Tanvi, rahimahullah, that a separate state for Muslim, that was good for Muslims. But still, what was their respect towards each other? Ya subhanallah. Imam Madani rahmatullah alayhi was a great scholar and a great salik also. Yes, a great salik in ilm suluk or in ilmul ihsan. So whenever somebody come to him, that Sheikh, I need you, yes, for my correction and for my reformation even. Yes, for my tazkiyah, for my purification. He said that, you know, I am a very busy man. Busy in a sense that at daytime, I am somewhere in public gatherings against the Britishers. And at night time, I am in Darul Hadith of Darul Deoband, teaching at night. So, for your verification, you do need a sheikh who can give you a time. So I will give you a letter and take it and go to Tanabon. Where? To Tanabon, to Hakim al-Ummah, Maulana Ashraf Ali Tanvi. And what he was saying, yes, Makhdumi, Hazrat Tanvi, Zida Majdukum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hamil ruka haza, baray rushdu hidayat, hazir khidmat hai. Wassalam, Nangi Aslaf Hussain Ahmad Ghafar lahu. Yes, very briefly, that the bearer of this letter, I send him to you to purify him. For purification and for sanctification. Yes. And signed by Hussain Ahmad Madani, rahmatullahi alayh. Once Maulana Tanvi, rahmatullahi alayh, when he received a letter, so he became angry. And he said, actually, he doesn't want to purify someone. That's why he's sending people to. Yes, and all the disciples, they were sitting there. That Imam Tanvi, he does not show that type of anger. That who sent him somebody and he became angry. So one alim asked him, that Sheikh, what's going on? I said, Maulana Madani, he's sending people to me for sanctification and purification. Yes, it will take time. If I will take this one under my custody and verification. So it will take time. And Imam Madani, he is such a kamil and perfect man that he can do the same to him in 5 minutes. Yes, that he can sanctify him in 5 minutes. But actually he doesn't want to do it very easily. Yes. And then he said that to tell you the truth, that where from the first step of Imam Madani starts, our heads are there in that place. So you should at least study that book. Dr. Saab, you should have it. You have it or not? You have it?
I think so.
This is not a matter of thinking. You must be sure. If you have it, so give it to Zishan.
I don't know.
Or to Dr. Mahmoud al-Hassan. You don't have it? Why not? Yes.
He went there just now.
Al-i'tidal fi maratib al-rijal. So anyhow, Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayh, he has written 2 chapters in his Sahih. The first one, Bab Jahrul Imam bit-Tamin. Bab Jahrul Imam bit-Tamin. This chapter is regarding the Aameen of Imam loudly. The Aameen of Imam loudly. And then the next chapter is Bab Jahrul Mamum bit-Tamin. That this chapter is related to the Aameen of Muqtadi loudly. Yes, but this is amazing that in both chapters he has related one and the same hadith. In both chapters he has related the hadith of Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala an. Yes, in the text of hadith there is a little bit difference of words, but actually hadith is one and the same. Got it? So in first chapter the words are going like this. Anna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam qala idha ammana al-imam fa'amminu fa'innahu man wafaqa ta'minu ta'min al-malaika ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min zambi wa qala ibn Shihab wa kana Rasulullah yaqulu Aameen. That's the hadith. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, when the imam said Aameen, so you people say Aameen. This is the literal meaning of the hadith. When the Imam said Aameen, so you people may say Aameen. Whosoever his Aameen coincided with the Aameen of angels, whosoever, write it down, whosoever his Aameen coincided with the Aameen of what? Angels. His previous sins are forgiven. So it means that when we are praying, so the angels are there in every single jama'ah. In every jama'ah, there are the angels and they say Aameen. Got it? That's what the hadith says. And with the same riwayah, because in the narration chain, there is Rawi Muhammad ibn Muslim ibn Shihab al-Zuhri. So Imam Bukhari, he mentioned there, وَقَالَ ibn Shihab, كَانَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ يَقُولُ آمين. That Muslim ibn Shihab Zuhri says that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say Aameen. You should write it. Ibn Shihab, Qala ibn Shihab. Ibn Shihab said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say Aameen. This how he has brought the hadith of Abu Huraira in the first chapter. In the second chapter, the words are a little bit different. And it goes like this. Anna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam qal, إذا قال الإمام غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين فقولوا آمين فإنه من وافق قوله قول الملائكة غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, when the Imam said غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Look, this is the difference. In the previous riwayah, he said when the Imam says Aameen, so you may say Aameen. But here Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, as Abu Hurairah narrates, that when the Imam said غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, so you may say Aameen. When the Imam say غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, so you people, means standing behind him, you may say Aameen. So now what's the bottom line? The bottom line is, as Imam Malik said, that there is no Aameen for Imam. Because in this second hadith, Abu Hurairah said, Prophet ﷺ said, when the Imam said, غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, so you people say Aameen. So here no Aameen of Imam is mentioned. And that's why Imam Malik says there is no Aameen for Imam. There is no Aameen for Imam. But in first hadith, it is said when the Imam say Aameen, so you may say Aameen. So that's what we, Shafi and Ahmad ibn Hanbal, we have taken that Imam is saying Aameen as well. You understand? Now this is the first difference. That Hanafiya, Shafi'iyya and Hanabila, we say that the Imam is saying Aameen and the Muqtadi will say Aameen. Imam Malik has taken the second hadith into consideration, where Abu Hurairah narrates, Prophet ﷺ says, that when the Imam says, غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, so you people may say Aameen. So there, it is not mentioned that Imam is saying Aameen as well. Got it? Now this is one issue. The second issue is that this Aameen would be said loudly or slowly. Aameen would be said loudly or slowly. So in both hadiths, there is no such like things wherefrom you can get that, oh, Imam will say Aameen and the Muqtadis will say Aameen. No. Here there is mentioned only Aameen. Yes. Here there is mentioned what? Say, so this is also Aameen to say like this, Aameen, and this also Aameen. Yes? Can you say it is not Aameen?
No.
So then what I did? Saying of Aameen is something else. Jahar is something else. Loudly saying is something else. Actually, Imam Bukhari is trying to his best, according to the madhab of his own Imam, to prove from this that when the Imam said Aameen, Faqulu Aameen, so you people may say Aameen. How we will come to know that Imam said Aameen? Means when he will say it loudly. When he will say it loudly. So it means that Aameen is loud. That Aameen is loud. Number one. And number two, when the Imam say it loudly, so we should say it loudly as well. To follow Imam. To follow Imam. Later on we will discuss it. That where from you got it, O Imam Bukhari? With due respect to you. Your shoe is actually the crown of our head. Yes, but as far as the interpretation of hadith is concerned, so with due apology. Where from you got the idea? He said, because nobody knows that the Imam said Aameen. We said the place of Aameen is already known. Everybody knows that there is Aameen after غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. Is there anybody? Yes, even though sometime we recite Surah Al-Fatiha in our dars. In what? In our dars. And suddenly those who are sitting there, so they say Aameen. As they think this is a part of Fatiha, which is not. That Aameen is only in prayer. That Aameen is only in prayer. Got it or not it? Yes, but that Aameen is that much related to غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ that we forget, we say it everywhere. Got it? So that's a known place. Sayyidah Rasulullah was referring to, number one. And let's say that the Imam say Aameen loudly. So where from you got it? That the Muqtadi may say Aameen loudly as well. He said because Rasulullah says when the Imam say Aameen, you people may say Aameen. He is speaking loudly, so we should say loudly. But we shall just hold on your horses. Yes. You are the follower of Shafi? Yes. You people recite Surah Al-Fatiha? Yes. In Jahri prayer, Imam is reciting Surah Al-Fatiha loudly or slowly? He says loudly. So you people also recite the same loudly? He said, no, we don't say it. So how you are getting that idea that whatever the Imam is reciting loudly, so we should recite it loudly? So I don't feel good. So that's why, inshallah.